Sorry, everyone. It takes a moment to have to click go live in several different places, so just making that before before we begin. Okay. Y'all, where does the time go? Like, honestly, where does the time go? It's Wednesday. It's almost the end of the month. It's Wednesday. So this is another, Vexed cards for the Coven. I'm supposed to be all professional and shit and have it all fluid and flowy. And like, I'm just a hot mess, you know? I can be fluid. I could be flowy, but like when I'm trying to be all prim and proper and try to like appease the algorithm and shit, like that just doesn't happen. We fuck up. Um and shit happens, right? But let's start here. Someone in the coven has been swallowing their anger and calling it maturity. You've kept it together, kept your voice measured, kept your lungs tight while the storm builds behind your ribs. The cards. Fuck. The cards revealed what happens when you finally stop holding it in and decide to meet the chaos head on, bitch. Oh, hello, old lady B. Hello, Aspen. Hello, Jade. Oh my gosh, old lady B, what a pleasure. I've missed seeing your little, your little image pop up. I hope you've been doing well. Um, yeah. So, are you vexed? Hello, bitches. My name is Michael Blackthorn. I've been reading tarot since I was a young bitch. Uh, since I was like 10, like 1,000. So old. And I've learned to trust what the cards show me before it shows up in real life. The vexations, the problems no one's talking about, the crossroads where witches get stuck. This, my friends, is Vex cards for the Coven. I pull cards for struggles you haven't named. Your crossroads of my reading. Let's see what needs to be said. See, I did okay there. I did okay there. We're not going to edit this out either. Just know. Um, just know it's not going to happen. Also, look at my lovely cards. I'm not an artist. I mean, not that kind of artist. So I just get, images and collage and do all that shit, uh, as best as I can. Um, so yes. Yes. If you're new here, y'all, this is where I pull cards for problems that you may not know that you have. But this isn't meant to be like a collective reading. This is meant to be kind of specific to people who are going through the vexation that we touch on, right? And this week's vexation, we are working with, I guess, we're working with my oracle deck that I created called do the work witch. um so the vexation is scream into the wind, and y'all, whenever you watch this, whenever you listen to this, you are more than welcome to voice your concerns. Let me move this fan because I don't know if it's bothering, but you're more than welcome to voice your thoughts, your opinions, your concerns, all that shit. Like, this is a time where we get to come together, where we get to talk, where we get to share, we get to do whatever the fuck we want because what? We're here and we can. So, the vexation is scream into the wind. Let it tear at you. Scream back. Meet the chaos with your lungs wide open. So, as a problem, as a vexation, what does this say to you? Just think about that. What does it say to you? How does it make you feel? What pops up for you? Um, Someone in the coven is imploding quietly. You are holding so much in that your body is starting um your body has started to negotiate with that, right? So you're holding so much in that your body has started negotiating with it. Jaw, short breath, shoulders braced like you're waiting for impact. The vexation isn't that your life is necessarily chaotic, it's that you refuse to let your reaction to it exist. You hear me? That's very important. It's that you refuse to let your reaction to it exist. It's very important. So you've been composed, measured, mature, the adult about it. You've been, holding it in. You've been the prim and proper. You want to respond a certain way, right? You've been handling it. You've been the bigger person, the calm one, the spiritually regulated one. Aspen says, "Hey now, try not to end up in prison orange." I feel that. I feel that. And underneath it, though, there is a scream. This card is wind, air, lungs, voice. It is the banshee on the hill, the storm howling through the trees, the witch who refuses to swallow their own fury. You think if you let it out, you'll lose control. No, if you don't let it out, you'll lose yourself. Okay? I'm sorry, but that's far more important, far superior to anything else. You matter. So stop putting yourself on the back burner. Your voice matters. Okay? There is grief in you. There is anger in you. There is frustration that has nowhere to land because you keep redirecting it into politeness or productivity. You're baking fucking cupcakes and all the things, or you're cooking, or you're creating art, or you're just cleaning and making sure everything has a space and organizing and prim and proper and whatever. You're redirecting that energy, and in my opinion, not in a very healthy way. So the vexation is this: you have mistaken silence for strength, and your nervous system is fucking tired of it. Okay? Does that make sense? And so, like, the challenge, the issue, the problem, the vexation, if you will, is that we have so much going on, and we want to voice, or we have opinions, we have perceptions, we want to say something, we want to do something, and yet we are holding our voice back. We are not allowing ourselves to speak. We are not allowing ourselves to scream, you know? And, just like Florence said, everybody scream. Okay? And so that's what we're dealing with this week. Stand in the flood. The waters are rising. And this is again what you're not seeing. The waters are rising. Good. Stand in it. Let it wash away what never belonged. Water doesn't ask permission. It doesn't apologize. It rises. You are in a flood season. And instead of standing in it, you're trying to build sandbags. You're trying to contain what was meant to cleanse. What you're not seeing is that this overwhelm, this emotional surge, this chaos, this mess is not here to drown you. It's here to strip you, right? It's here to strip the illusion, to strip the false loyalty, to strip the roles you took on that were never yours. Floods destroy structures that were poorly anchored. They reveal the foundation. So we can think of it as the tower card, but instead of like electricity and fire and that, it's more of a water. It's that's all, folks. Fuck. Yes, I stutter sometimes. It happens. It's okay. Don't worry. We eventually get there, but it's more of a water oriented impact. Yes. So again, floods destroy structures that are poorly anchored, and they reveal the foundation. You keep asking, why is this happening? But I really would encourage you to ask instead, what is being removed? What is being removed? So instead of like, "Ugh, why is this happening to me? Whine, whine, whine." Like, okay, there's a pattern here. There's something here. What is being removed, or what is happening? Like, why? What is the reason of this happening? So that what am I not seeing here? What needs to be removed here? There's something happening. There's something going on that is facilitating this these circumstances, this experience, so that something will happen, right? So what is being removed? There is something in your life that never belonged. A dynamic, a belief, a version of you that performs stability while suppressing truth. The flood is mercy. Even if it doesn't feel like it, it's important that you stand in it. Let it show you what floats and what sinks. Sorry, I can't say that without laughing. Um, but let it show you what floats and what sinks. Truly, like we get so overwhelmed, like, oh my god, there's so much water. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. In reality, it's like we're witches. Hello, we're not sinking here. We have power. We understand, to be about it. Understand that when you facilitate the relationship with these elementals and spirits and gods and guides, that they have you, but you also have to trust in the process. And so what you're not seeing is that everything that is going on right now, in regards to this sort of emotional, this flood, is helping to sort of support the changes that we are making, or we need to make moving forward. And so instead of trying to um, build a raft, or instead of trying to find higher ground, it's really important that we listen to the water. It's really important that we listen to the flood, and we allow ourselves to be navigated by it, allow ourselves to be pushed and moved by it, I should say. Right. So what's actually happening? Look at this. Look at her face. I gave her cray eyes. I'm not an artist, y'all. I was trying to put eyeballs on her, and I put that mouth with like the tongue. Um, and I didn't look at how crazy she looks. I like it though. Because she kind of creeps me out. It's like burn through the fear, bitch. Like, yeah, she burning through something. Um. Anyways, I'm sorry. It just makes me laugh. I do that all the time. Um. Oh God. Okay. Let's focus. Let's focus. So, what is actually happening? Burn through the fear. Did I say burn through the fire? I don't know. I meant burn through the fear. Fear is paper, and you are fire. Set it alight and walk through the ashes. So now we pivot. Now we pivot, my friends. Fire is not subtle, fire clarifies. So, what's actually happening right now is that you are burning through old fear patterns. Yes. It doesn't feel heroic, it feels raw. But look closely. The fear isn't solid. It's habit. It's inherited narrative, right? It's what if. It's who do you think you are? It's don't rock the boat. It's paper. It's paper. You are not as fragile as the story you've been telling yourself, or as the story that gets projected onto you, right? You are not a fragile witch. Please, please. You've already started pushing back, already started saying no, already started feeling the edge of your own power. And that's why everything feels louder. When fear burns, it crackles, it resists, it tries to convince you it's essential. You need me, right? You need me. Nah, bitch. It's not essential. This card says you are in process. You're not stuck. You're not collapsing. You're simply transforming. But again, transformation is not quiet. It smells like smoke. Okay. So, what's actually happening here is right now, you are in the process of transformation. You are in the process of burning through the fear based programs that you have. And so, if you are being called to step into your power, if you are being called to, like, step it up, witch it up, stop being weak, stop making excuses. And I don't. The people are gonna get mad because they're gonna feel some type of way about this. I mean, no disrespect, but stop whining. Oh well, everyone has a sob story. Everyone, everyone goes through life with certain privileges, some more than others. Everyone has something, right? We all. I mean, most everyone. Let's. We can't include some people in that. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that stop comparing your story to anyone else. Stop trying to take from anyone else and start embodying your authenticity. So what's actually happening is you are learning that you need to start navigating your life from your own sacredness and not stealing from others, not trying to latch on to others' coattails or anything like that. And that these fears that are very real to you in this moment, they're simply paper. And since you are fire, you can burn through it. Burning through these fears means that it is important that you're going to have to face them. You're going to have to navigate through them. Yes. And so if you are being asked to step up and step into your power and step into your strength, then, then, okay, that means it's time to burn through these fears. So what are you going to do about it? So what happens if you don't listen? What happens if you don't listen? Well, hello, Diane. Welcome back. Thank you. What happens if you don't listen? No one is coming. Stop waiting for rescue. No one is coming. You are the torchbearer. So light the way yourself or stay lost in the dark. And here's the blade. If you keep waiting for someone else to validate your scream or sanction your anger or give you permission to change, nothing moves. Who the fuck do you need permission from? Right? Like, who do you need permission? I gotta ask my husband. Um your husband should be supporting that change. I gotta ask my wife. Your wife should be supporting that change. You know, who are you truly trying to be validated by? If it's not yourself, don't worry about it, right? Um So if you keep waiting for someone else to validate your scream, sanction your anger, or give you permission to change, nothing moves. No one is coming. Not the perfect partner, not the enlightened friend, not the spiritual breakthrough that does the hard part for you. You are the witch with the match. You are the witch with the match. Understand this. You keep thinking when they understand, I'll shift. When the timing is right, I'll act. When it calms down, I'll speak up. Fuck that. No, no. You speak and then it calms down. You move and then the path appears. You light the torch or you stay in the dark, convincing yourself it's safer there. There's power in this card, but it requires ownership, right? It requires accountability. You are not abandoned, but you are responsible. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Right? Um No one is coming. And I think that I don't know how this sounds. You can tell me. Tell me your thoughts. But no one is coming. I think more of us need to step into that. Why? Because we all wait for someone else to make the first right move. So we see some injustice happening and everyone waits, hesitates, and looks around to wait for that one person who knows this is wrong. for them to step up. And then something happens, something frustrating happens. So when this is true, we all witness this, I'm sure. That one person that goes to help, then everyone else like, oh, thank goodness I don't have to be that person. Thank goodness I don't have to help. That they're getting help. They're getting help, right? So then you go back onto your life and do your shit, and you hold yourself back. You do not step in your power. You are weak because of it, and I will say it. We are weak when we choose that path. Bystander effect. Thank you, Aspen. Um, So, and then another thing happens. Other people start to join in. Like, "Oh yeah, are you okay? Are you okay?" They chart. What the fuck? They start to help. But we need when we recognize when we can embody the fact that no one is coming, it's up to us. We don't wait. And then when someone else does show up, we're not like running away from it. We still show up as well. Does that make sense? And so we have to, if the more that we understand that no one is coming, and the more that we step into our power, and the more that we share that, the more that we show up with that, the more honestly blessing it does for the rest of the world, for the rest of us, for the rest of our coven consciousness. Yeah. And so that's on you. It's on us, right? So if you don't listen, if you don't start to scream into the wind and stand in the flood and burn through fear, no one is coming. No one's going to do it for you. You will remain the same. And not to project, but when we remain the same, it gets worse because we don't change. Everything around us changes, we remain the same. And that's not a good thing. So, so uh, let's see. Sorry, I was trying to see if I no, that's fine right there. So let's talk about what to do. First, honestly, first, what I want you to do is when you have the moment, ground yourself. Truly ground yourself. Take time to feel that grounding. Focus on your breathing. Focus on your body. Focus on your energy. Pay attention to what you're thinking. Pay attention to what comes and what goes. Don't force anything. Don't try to like quiet the mind. Don't try to erase anything. Just allow yourself to be grounded in the present moment and let everything happen as it should without you trying to participate in it in the sense of controlling the outcome. Just be in the moment. When you are in that space, envision a sort of miniature you directly in your heart center and see that little version of you in your heart center and ground that version of you into the center of earth. And just again, keep focusing on your breathing, keep allowing whatever happens to happen. Be mindful of all the things that are going on. Don't be overstimulated, don't be overwhelmed. Everything is supposed to be the way it is. Just be in the moment. From that space, from that heart space, I want you to fucking scream. Okay? Scream, scream. Don't hurt yourself, don't throw anything out, but like just scream. Release. Not at someone, not to wound, but really it's to release. I want you to let it out. And then I want you to process and write about it, journal it, or voice note it. Cry it, shout it in the car, run until your lungs open. Stop pretending that anger isn't sacred, that anger isn't holy. Okay, be in that moment. and allow yourself to just experience it. Don't judge it. Don't try to force meaning onto it. Don't let it be super special where it's super unique and super rare. Just be in that space with yourself and allow that to process. Second, stand in the flood. Stop trying to salvage everything. Let the emotional truth show let the emotional truth show you what needs to go, okay? What needs to go. Third, burn the fear. Every time the voice says, don't, ask, why not? Watch how thin the answer is. And finally, stop waiting. If something needs to be said, say it. If something needs to end it. If something needs to begin it. If something needs to be transformed, fucking transform it. You are not powerless. You have never in your life been powerless. Any time, at any given moment where you have felt powerless, that is a projection, that is a lie that we believe, that is something we allow other people, other like situations, society to instill upon us, right? That is not our truth. That is not something we will carry forward. We have never been powerless. And each and every day we wake up, we breathe, we show up, and we reclaim our power. So remember, you are not powerless here. Yes, you may be uncomfortable, but you are not powerless. There's a difference. So there is a version of you that survives this quietly, shrinks, adjusts, waits, but there's another version that there's another version that meets the wind, stands in the flood, and walks through fire with their eyes open. The second one is the witch. Okay? So if this was yours, if you felt it before I finished, right? If this felt like this message was calling to you, yeah, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. And even if you didn't, if this wasn't a message for you, but you can still maybe impart some wisdom or anything of that nature, if you want to share your thoughts, please do. Comment, share those thoughts. Um, yeah. But thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this with you. We meet here every Wednesday. I'm not going to tell you what time because, bitch, I cannot be contained. And I never know what time. I'm just like, I have time now. Oops, it's Wednesday. Let's go. So, but I do my best, you guys. I really do my best to be here every Wednesday. We do the thing. And this is for a specific situation. So it may not be for everyone. But I think even when it's for a specific situation, I think that a lot of us that have life experience, I'm not going to say a lot of us old bitches, because, you can be young and have life experience. So, like, a lot of us who have life experience can relate to some of these things, even if it's not what we're currently going through. And so, if we can relate, please share your thoughts, share your wisdom, share pretty much, connect. Yes. So, yeah, we meet here every Wednesday, and I just want you to keep doing the work. If you want, find me on Blue Sky. If you want, find me on Threads or Patreon. On Patreon, I do monthly, weekly, daily trance and divination videos. Um, yeah, I do a lot of stuff all over the place. All over the place. I don't know how I feel about that. But whatever. Um, Yeah, and I have so much more to share with everyone. I'm really fired up. I'm really getting started. So great. Now I'm gonna die. You know that happens. You're getting excited about something and you're gonna start something. Like, I'm really excited about my sourdough starter over here, bitch. It's gonna take off and then I'm gonna kick it. That is not funny, and I hope that's not I hope that's not me foreshadowing. Oh my god, uncomfortable. Um I'll be so mad if I do kick it before my like once that started. I'm like, oh my god, I can bake my sourdough bread now, and then croak. How horrible. I'll have to like possess someone and take that starter and like make something because I would be so angry. Anywho, this is just me. This is how I talk. This is how I communicate. Uh, it's a little awkward. It's a lot of fun, quite entertaining, but like definitely laid back and sometimes not PC or prim and proper. But again, thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate y'all, and I will talk to y'all very soon.